Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Adeshewa Josh, and I am representing my chairman, Mr. John Momo. He's not able to make it here tonight, but he sends his love. Those who know him definitely knows that he loves the brain behind this project. I'll just quickly sail through his speech. He's asked me to deliver this speech. And it's titled, Building Big in Tough Markets, Lessons from the Channel's TV Model. My journey. I set sail within Nigeria's radio and television broadcasting environment some 38 years ago to pursue a career path as a broadcast journalist. I started out as a junior and then senior reporter, news anchor, news editor, and then finally as a key broad producer, respectively, for Nigeria's National Radio Network, FRCN, and the National Television Authority, NTA, and prior to that, had a 2-year stint with the regional radio station. As a career broadcast journalist, I had over a period spanning 18 years, cultivated strong ethics to uphold the highest ideals in balanced reporting and the right to adequately inform the citizenry that I had been trained to serve. Increasingly, however, in the same breath of time, an unquenchable desire to achieve a purposeful and consequential professional excellence seemingly overtook me. Along with that desire, the dream to attain a more fulfilling and worthwhile financial future through a pattern of work I could influence and have complete control over became a central focus of thought for me. In a nutshell, I had reached a tipping point in my life and a place of absolute restlessness. And so, propelled by a strong urge and passion to create an innovative professional paradigm, I resigned from the NTA without any tangible evidence of financial security. Nonetheless, I was convinced without any doubt that an untapped greenfield opportunity with specific reference to my area of specialty was well within grasp. With great anticipation towards achieving a fulfilling purpose-driven life, I started a production facilities company in 1993. It was during one of the most challenging times ever in Nigeria's recent political history. It was at a time during which sub-Saharan Africa's political and economic evolution was littered with flickers of dying embers of dire military dictatorships across the continent. Sub-Saharan Africa as a whole had begun to recover from the brutality of the lost decade of the 80s, an experience that was met with the full force of a US-led World Bank that was insistent on adopting an austerity-driven approach towards helping many African countries out of an irrepressible bulwark of decadent poverty. A major condition precedent set by the World Bank then was the mandatory deregulation of the media as a precursor to ushering in a new era of democratic governance. On reflection, it was indeed a timely development for me. By 1992, I had successfully applied for a license to launch a free-to-air news television station from the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission. With limited capital and a resolute determination to succeed, the commitment of my family, an overdraft from a local retail bank, and the eventual support of a few friends and a committed core staff of 15 people, we began test transmission 2 years later for Channels Television within the municipality of Ikeja, Lagos. But for a dogged spirit of faith and a committed wife, the sudden rush of early setbacks which we experienced then should have completely broken one's resolve to continue in the pursuit of what rapidly disintegrated into an unlikely dream. Looking back, however, I am extremely glad the one's conviction that Nigeria needed an independent, cutting-edge television news service did not falter. It is that sense of purpose and intrepid commitment which enabled my family and I to endure the wearisomeness of energy-sapping trials, uncertainty, and a stagnating period of financial insecurity. Nonetheless, we persisted in our drive to remain solvent. The raising debt for Channels Television was to ensure the development of the fourth estate with the aim of cultivating and upholding the highest ideals in balanced reporting and the right to be adequately informed. So, in spite of the early pitfalls and near collapses, we had to survive. And survive we did, bootstrapping our way to financial stability, cognizant of the self-instructed fact that there was no turning back until our mission is accomplished. At the beginning, on the one hand, mainstream advertisers, including multinationals and their representative advertising agencies, the mainstay of any free-to-air television station like channels, were reluctant to come to the table. On the other hand, key investors that we initially approached sought to adopt a take-it-or-leave-it approach, which for me was simply non-negotiable. For advertisers, a dedicated news channel was not an attractive bet for those investors that we approached. It was too high risk a call. For those who are familiar with the history of Nigeria, this period was during the Sani Abacha years. Nonetheless, from its humble origins and through sheer persistence, Channels Television has subsequently, during the course of the past 20 years, won 9 out of 14 of Nigeria's Media Merit Award Trust-coveted roll call of honor and distinction as Nigeria's most outstanding national broadcaster. The station was also crowned Best Television Station in Africa in 2014 by the African Achievers Award Trust. Our Channels has so many other firsts to its credit, and these include first African media organization to stream its news and programs live, first Nigerian television station company to interface with followers via Twitter, first Nigerian TV station to complete its mobile apps on various platforms, Android, Apple, Microsoft, Nokia Store, BlackBerry, whatever is coming next, we're getting first on it. Channels Television app has been ranked best Apple Store Nigeria in all categories. In the news and magazines category, Android Store Nigeria, the premier app, is still ranked number 1 as I speak. Only Nigerian TV company whose app has been consistently selected and featured on the Windows Store. Only app, that's Channels TV app, in the Nigerian Android Store region, which has reached the 100,000 to 500,000 installs mark. And first and only television company in Nigeria with over 1 million followers, fans, and subscribers on social media. Now, first point of reference and confirmation of breaking news stories in Nigeria, the company achieved its best online performance yet with the coverage of just concluded Nigerian elections by breaking all records online in online viewership in Nigeria. Channels Television has been recognized as 2013 Convergence Leader in News Media Broadcast by the West African Know-How Intelligence Unit. And last but not the least, rated the most reliable and trusted source of information in Nigeria. Channels TV's management, which I currently preside over, my chairman, which I currently preside over as executive chairman, is now consolidating and expanding its reach across Nigeria, sub-Saharan Africa, and throughout the African diaspora. This is the story of Channels Television in a nutshell. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the speech as written by my chairman. Thank you so much.